This is like an anime version of Dominion, basically.
And we're up to session number 25. And they're not dead yet.
The night's still young.
It is. Okay, so Friday night games have now gone for 150 sessions that I've actually run Friday Night Pathfinder. So it's survived quite a while so far. With only a couple of party kills. Only a couple. One of them was a chosen self-kill. Peter did manage to kill himself in the last campaign.
That's right, yeah. Effectively.
Well, the only way you could become a god was to die. You didn't know that at the time, so you died. It just didn't stick.
Queen flip.
And so today at the table we have Adam. And he's decided to sit on camera for a change.
Oh crap, I have too. Oh. Hopefully I don't break the camera like a mirror. I'm playing Zed, the disciplined and poker-faced rogue from
Just in time to play poker.
Exactly. Currently female, although that can change depending on the right potions.
Or what curse you get.
And apparently we are in Riddleport, in a wretched hive of scum and villainy, surrounded by pirates, and this is looking like her kind of place.
And Hell Knights. Don't forget the Hell Knights.
Except for the Hell Knights. But apparently the Hell Knights are only a minor part, which we're just going to have to deal with.
Significantly fantastic part, but minor.
Yeah, well, we'll have that argument again later. Alright.
And then going around the table, then we have Stefan.
Hello, I'm playing Kroll Samara, the Green Dervish. Yes, currently Riddleport, and we are trying to find our way through this peculiar place.
Investigate a giant blot in the sky, apparently.
Yes, and we have lots of tasks to do.
Do you have lots of tasks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll give you the list later.
Thanks.
And don't just run through and go, tick, 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 done, let's go. Okay, so next one is Morgan.
Hi, I play Quest, the Goblin Bard. Apparently we're in Riddleport, and I'd love to find out how we got here, because I didn't have time to watch the videos.
That's okay.
I'll give you the short brief after
kidnapped you
introductions.
somewhere.
And then we have Peter.
Yes, I'm playing the highly moral and religious Willy Won Kenobi, aspirant of the Lost Errant, practitioner of the renowned Tiger Style and saviour of Quest and Margot, God-touched, hater of horses, and maker of good life choices.
And what about the husband of...
Yes, I'm now married.
Married court lord of Cheliax.
Yes, you are officially a Lord of Cheliax now.
Yes.
So it's literally Lord Willie.
It is.
So you have...
You have
You
title.
have a title.
Did his last name change?
No.
Oh.
No, she took
He
my
doesn't-
name.
He doesn't have a last name.
He doesn't have a last name. He's
As far as she's concerned.
he's property.
He hasn't earned the name yet. He's just earned the title, right.
Better than nothing.
A couple more sessions in the chambers and he might get another name.
So Morgan, the last adventure you were at was when he got married, right? No, you weren't there for that one?
When they headed off
Yeah, we were
to...
about to leave to go look at
Alright,
goblins.
okay. So we went to go find the goblins. Plot twist, we hung around for a week looking for them and they were gone.
Well, they didn't arrive. You beat them there and then Margot repeated the place, put the evil words up all over their village, and they refused to enter and left.
Right. Sorry, what? I thought it was we just couldn't find them.
Oh no, you found their village and Margot tagged their village.
Right, so they'll never come back.
No, they'll never come back.
Okay.
You basically cursed their village.
Anyway, so we lost out on that. We get back to Sandpoint, and Cheliax has taken it over. A couple of warships have entered the harbour.
One warship.
Oh, sorry, a warship has entered the harbour. 7 days. Yeah. Don't even. So Cheliax, not Corvosa, Cheliax people have sailed up the coast and taken over.
Yep.
A new priestess has taken over as High Cleric of the town, thrown all of the other religious artifacts out of the church, and so it's now just Asmodeus.
And the face guard. We do have a banner for the face guard.
Okay. The mayor got taken away. Pretty much people were getting brainwashed or devil possessed, and then put back. So, are you familiar with like the last Avatar, like Last Airbender?
There is no more in Passing
Very much. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. Yeah, that sort of stuff. So there were a few people there who were quietly rebelling and gave us some like good gear to try and help out. Turned out we couldn't help out at all. Amiko was kidnapped. We tried to track her down.
But you had no trackers?
We couldn't. And so we basically got out while we could pretend accordingly. He ended up getting married. Parry pretty much became mayor of the town because Cheliax loved him.
Yep.
And we just left and hightailed it to Magnamar. Apparently the Sandpoint Devil is now screwing with Dooza.
Cool.
Just for fun.
Yep.
So we really hightailed it back to Magnamar.
Yep.
Oh no, she did a ritual that linked her to the devil.
Why would you do
No.
that?
Not intentionally.
Back when you guys were in Erglin,
Yes.
and the boss apparently said, okay, so before you can come back to Erglin, you're going to bring me a present.
Yep.
And no one could decide what it was going to be. So he said, Sandpoint Devil, blood, blah, that's what you need to bring me to come back.
Yep.
Apparently that was the ritual to summon the Sandpoint Devil.
There was also a ritual involved after that.
Right.
I don't... Anyway. Not
A
that
while
I'm
ago.
aware of.
Chris was tired. He was fine.
Yeah, either way. So we get back to Magnamar. We report in that everything's fucked. Basically, we get some advice that there are other Pathfinders around in town as well, trying to help out. We feel Lady Hild March or whatever I forget what her name is. Shield March, Lady Shield March into what's going on. We stay there for a few days, and she gives us a job to go to Riddleport and investigate what's going on there. We are told we are not Pathfinders. We have left our Wayfinders in the care of the Lodge in Magnamar.
Cool.
We dirtied up all of our stuff to look scummy and scruffy. We literally hitched a ride on a ship of Hell Knights and Cheliax.
Oh, we didn't hitch. We were legally hired.
We were legally hired as cooks.
Cook's assistant.
Cook's assistant, seriously. So we spend a week like peeling potatoes and
We were kitchen bitches.
and basically keeping our heads right the fuck down. And then we got dropped off in Riddleport with the Cheliax army and some Hell Knights. Also, not army, like from the warship. But basically, Cheliax have been invited to the west coast of Varisia to try and help establish some law and order because things are going to hell in a handbasket, pun intended.
Sorry. Invited by...
The Cheliax Pathfinder Lodge. Or maybe not just her, but the Paracountess has certainly been involved.
Right.
Good.
Being invited to send the west coast to hell in a handbasket. Okay.
Well, basically, they have warnings that
The seven Runelords
the
are
seven gods of Thassilonian are coming back.
Right.
And they've started waking up.
Okay.
And they've been gone for 10,000 years.
Well,
Okay.
put the alarm on.
Apparently the timer went off around the time you guys were recruited / abducted by the Pathfinder Society and trained, indoctrinated into their ideals.
Convenient.
Luckily we're here, we can go save the day.
So we are literally
And
people who've been trained as Varisian Pathfinders to try and sort out WTF is going on with these seven ancient gods of Thassilonian waking up.
That was 3 years ago.
Yep. Well, apparently they're waking up slowly.
things don't happen in an instant.
No.
Yeah. Artifacts don't just instantly go home.
And basically they're seeing things power up in the sense of it takes years for things to activate. And nothing that started powering up is actually activated yet. It's been that long.
Except for the pillars in Kenmagara.
They thought the best thing to do
Well,
was
it required
get new trainees
required someone to interact with it before it was ready.
rather than retrain.
It wasn't
people
actually
that already
Jack
have.
powering.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
So you got the lesser effort.
Apparently, train new locals rather than retrain people of Varisia, because Varisia is that screwed up. You just can't train someone. You have to be born with it.
Yeah, you have to be born with the right kind of stupid to be trained by them.
Yeah. You have to be born with the right kind of stupid to be a Varisian Pathfinder.
Right.
Yeah.
We already know that everyone else here is incompetent, so let's see if we can find something
Hey!
quite as... No. We're the people that might not be quite as incompetent.
And then send these Pathfinders to a wretched hive of scum and villainy run by pirates.
Just say that a bit louder while we're on a boat full of, hell
Yeah. To investigate a strange black blot that's appeared in the sky over a city that's literally built around some sort of runic arch rune gate, something. Nobody knows what that artifact does, but one of the runes on it is glowing. The Rune of Wrath!
So we're going to the pirate city to investigate the black spot.
Yep.
Yes! That is literally what is happening.
Yep. And so, going back to the introductions. Online we have Em and Josh, so who wants to go first?
I'll go first because I didn't have a mouthful.
Always seem to time it that way.
Always. I am playing Tuza, the orc of the party. Currently having delusions, probably not scary nightmares of the Sandpoint Devil. Spent 2 weeks on a ship, not sure how I feel about that.
2 weeks on a non-moving ship that moved up the coast.
Yeah, 2 weeks on a non-moving ship that somehow moved anyway.
Oh, yeah,
that wasn't
some
spooky
weird
at all.
magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Dooza have the horse jerky?
No. No, we had to leave the horse behind.
Woohoo! And you picked up the other guys on Sandpoint on the way through. I say picked up, it was more they appeared on your boat in the thing without you actually realising you'd stopped.
Sure.
That doesn't surprise me. We probably opened the store cupboard and there they were. It's like, oh, yeah, of course, helmets. Yep, coming in, come on.
With the next load of potatoes to peel.
Yeah, it's like, someone threw these potatoes at me and apparently I'm here? It's like, yeah, you've been hired.
You didn't really get asked, you just wake up in a pile of potatoes.
Shanghai.
Yeah.
Right.
With the others, for them to explain to you why you're here.
Potato shack.
Yeah, we were shanghaied under orders from the Magma Lodge.
So even Willie and Parry turn up like that.
Ooh.
The Helmites really ask questions.
I'm used to being
Manhandled?
well by my wife and and her brother and most of her family. So
And your gods.
well, yeah.
So do we know where Quest is, or is Quest and Margot still not found yet?
Quest is there, but Margot's not.
Okay.
Margot may have actually got invited on board for some reason, who knows? She doesn't leave the ship with you. So you're all dashed off into Riddleport together, under the huge arch, so the big arch over the place. You didn't actually see the ship move in, the ship just appeared at the docks.
Much
Harry
to
is
the
sad that he
annoyance of
didn't
the local
get
pirates.
And you also do notice that the ship doesn't have cloth sails.
Right.
Whatever the sails are made of, you have no idea.
Soul sails.
Oh, what's that all? Cities of Gold. The old.
Not a bad.
That was a great series. So many years ahead of its time.
Okay, so did Kroll want to go through what your job was here, if he remembers and wrote it down?
Right, so our current job we were given is to find out about the giant blot in the sky of doom. And of course we also know the Hell Knights are also after that as well. So just be careful that you may run into Hell Knights while trying to find out the same information. So don't go questioning them. Our contact is Solven Cuskin, who is running a gambling tournament. And
At the Gold Goblin.
yes.
So a place that Parry remembers well. It was a great place to get drunk.
Hooray! And they will be giving us employment for our front, per se, so that we have some kind of reason to be here.
Do they know it's a front? Like, are they in on why we're there,
I
or
believe
have they just?
No? Oh, we were just given employment.
So we're
You
being
were given
employed.
you were given the chance for employment.
That's right. Yes.
You weren't actually given employment. You had to earn it.
That's right. So we have to take part in this tournament in order to earn this employment for our cover. Otherwise,
Gotcha.
we need to find our own means of finding other cover for ourselves. Because we're going to be here for about 2 to 3 months. We were purposely told to take a long time doing this. At least 2 to 3 months. The max we were given was 4 to 5 months. We have to report back in person to her. We can't send any messages or couriers or anything because there's something going on with this place that makes messaging others difficult. So if you send a courier, like a flying courier, it'll be shot down or whatever.
Sweet.
Part of our goals, or list of goals at the moment, was solidifying our individual identities while we're here for the 2 to 3 months, finding a safe place to stay, finding a safe place to meet, preferably not the same place.
So to meet who?
Together.
Oh, right, so... Okay.
So we're supposed to not be associating with each other in public?
We can be if that's part of our background,
Right.
but we just need to be careful because the Hell Knights will also be inspecting lots of different things here. So
Right.
we don't want to make A, the Hell Knights suspect us, and B, the locals suspect us.
The Hell Knights gave no promises to how they deal with you.
Yeah. Then we also, as part of our list, we have to head to that gambling tournament and do that job they're offering us in order to see if
Gambling, I'm in.
exactly to see if we pass the employment or not. And that's our list of tasks at the moment.
Alright. Let's go steal some money. Did we get seed money for entering the game?
Oh, actually, that's a good point. So I should point out that all of your stuff, or all of our stuff, has been scruffed.
Except for their stuff, because they didn't get the preparation
Oh
time.
yeah, we'll have to scrap your
but-
stuff.
They had the...
It's still like 5 days from Sandpoint to Riddleport, isn't it?
My stuff's
By normal boat, yes.
Okay, well, it was 2 weeks from Magnamar to Riddleport, no matter how we travelled. So how many days on board
Took
did
us
they
like
have?
2 days.
Didn't take you very
It's
long
not
at all.
it's not a problem for my
Okay.
character.
Was it enough time for us to scruff the stuff up, seeing as we all knew we had to?
But they didn't have the option of putting stuff in storage.
No, so they still have their wayfinders.
Yeah,
So
so
the
we'll
wayfinders.
have to find a place to store their stuff safely.
Yeah. So
Um,
add that to the list of
please
tasks.
don't. I'm not going to medic surgery you. I'm not removing a wayfinder from a stomach.
Yeah,
I'm not making
and
that
also
problem.
that's gonna hurt like hell coming out.
I'm not making that
That's
problem.
okay, you just do the telekinetic projectile with the wayfinder.
Don't think you
You
do
do.
that
Sounds like a
inside the
good
body.
idea.
Stone shape, and you make like a little spiral thing, so it just falls out.
Yeah, no.
Sometimes I feel like you're trying to really embody your character's namesake and make it a quest to heal your ass. Yes, so we need to... don't openly brandish weapons in this place because you will be stabbed on sight.
By who?
Because other people.
Why?
Basically, why do you care?
When you say brandish,
Because I
don't
wanna
pull weapons
know
out, or
that
just don't
Even
have the one.
Basically, the
you know-
shoes on your feet are enough to kill you for.
yes, even if you're carrying them like out of the sheath or whatever.
If you don't look like you'd handle it, someone will try and beat you up to take it because it's worth something. This is literally a wretched hive of scum and villainy.
So this is the kind of place where if you happen to sniffle in someone's general direction because you have a sore nose, they will stab you.
Cool. And Perry grew up here.
Explains.
Yeah, I was going to say that. So where do I get my lightsaber from?
You get that from, you knock on the Hell Knight's door and say, I want my lightsaber.
I would like to point out, monks are not proficient with lightsabers.
You're proficient with heavy sabers instead, so don't worry about them.
Old bad joke.
So what else? The rest of us, apart from you guys, stored most of our money at the Pathfinder Lodge because carrying lots of money around here is dangerous and it'll get you killed. So we don't have that much money on us. We only have enough for like a week's worth, so we have to find our way to make money here as well.
Yeah.
As part of our background as
So,
well.
in terms of seed money, dues are... sorry, Emmy,
Yeah.
did you store that 20 gold, or did we split that 20 gold up between us before we left?
So I think I went into like the party pot, and then like pretty much all the party pot got left at the
Pathfinder Lodge.
Pathfinder.
So we've literally just got whatever coinage we've chosen to keep on us, right?
Pretty much.
Yep,
yeah.
sure. So right now we don't actually have a party pot
Not right now, no.
with us. Yep.
No.
Good. That makes sense. I'm just clarifying because I could see Martin like rubbing his hands with glee at the thought of stealing it from us.
Yeah, no, sorry to burst your bubble there, Mark.
You'll find another way.
Don't worry, I
We
can
don't
steal
have
anything
eyes
if
on
I
that.
really need to.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't have eyes on it, so you didn't get to roll against the theft.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Okay, so we picking up from where you guys you split off. You're given directions on how to find yourself to the Gold Goblin, and you all managed to find your way to the Gold Goblin at the start of the session. All standing outside and gathering because at this point Kroll pulls out a pouch of gold coins he had been given from the Pathfinder Lodge itself. One for each character, 1 coin for each character,
Yep.
as their entry fee. And it's basically got a symbol of the Gold Goblin on it.
Oh, sweet.
So it's a gold coin that's been minted by the Gold Goblin.
Yep.
Okay.
That's how they keep
do we make a perception check to make sure we're not pulling it out in front of thieves?
Well, look at it this way. You're about to walk into a casino. There are thieves everywhere.
Yeah, right.
So even amongst you, there are thieves.
Not wrong.
So it'd be very hard to not pull it out in front of thieves when you're giving it to one. And you're paying it to people.
No, fair enough. I just thought I'd double check.
We're paying money to thieves while looking out for thieves.
Do we have to do any like disguise checks or anything to stay?
Well, Kroll pretty much opens the entire bag to show that there's no more and hands one out to everyone. And then basically there's nothing, people could obviously see there's nothing left in the bag.
Yeah, so.
I mean, you can wear the empty bag on your head if you
And
want.
Josh, the apparently rune scarred such as Zed are eagerly studied by the local cipher mages. So we may have a way in to go talk to them by just dragging Zed along and saying, here, another rune scarred to get studied.
Yeah. And considering you're here, you could just go home and say, let me in, please.
Yeah.
I seem to remember we were cautioned about the cipher mage.
You are, because you've got one with you. That's a good reason to be cautious of them. You've seen what they're like.
You mean parry?
Yes, imagine what it's like if they don't have Pathfinder training.
Sorry.
Do they all run into battle?
No, they just all become mayor at the same time.
Okay, so outside the Gold Goblin there is currently a gala going with jugglers, fire twirlers, occasional person getting stabbed, sometimes multiple times. It's fun games for everyone, yeah. And
Is one of the punishments being tied to the wheel while they throw knives?
no, people volunteer for that one. They'll get a free entry if all the knives miss them. If not, they have to go for another spin.
Gotcha.
So you're on the wheel until you get your free entry, right?
If you choose to go for the wheel, yes.
Right.
Otherwise, you pay a gold and you get entry.
Yeah, but if like you go for a spin and you get hit, do you have the option of getting off, or do you have to stay on the wheel until nothing hits
Well,
you?
that's your choice. If you get off,
Right.
then you're disqualified to the event and you can't enter later on.
Right.
I think it's considered free entry to one of three places. The Golden Goblin, Heaven or Hell. Depending on your deity.
And you can see that outside are some of the biggest, muscliest orcs you've seen in a long time. They look fairly young in comparison to most orcs you've seen. They look to be in their teens.
Right.
Are these
they-
orcs or like city orcs?
These are orcs.
Nice.
Nice.
And they have that look of, I want to fight. Give me a reason to fight. And people go, no.
Any clan markings?
They've got the, on their foreheads, they've got a stamp that's the same as your coins.
Golden Goblin clan.
Interesting.
Apparently they've signed up and have discarded their clan markings.
Yep.
So they're bouncers, and they get to beat people up for money.
Yep.
Good clan.
And get paid to beat people up for money.
Yep.
Orcs,
Nice.
And get to eat real food.
Yep.
Drink real alcohol, and beat people up for doing the same thing.
Without getting thrown in the clink.
And they get to throw people in the clink too. Or just stab them and break their neck and things like that. So it's like they were too much of a disturbance. Snap. No, they're not. But hey, this is how the city rolls.
Yep. How do we get in?
Okay, so there's also next to them people taking the entry fee. you see people lining up behind scantily clad women that look like succubi.
In the open.
In the open.
Right.
And they're getting people to sign contracts. So they have what appear to be bat wings with devil horns and a tail. And the armed guards have with them the big orc double axes. They don't have any clan markings on it. They seem to have scratched those off.
Gotcha. And carved in gold goblins?
Oh no, they haven't gone that far. That sounds like work.
Sure.
You mean you actually have to have some sort of artisan do that? Whereas it's like, done.
Yep.
But they do have their big double axes.
Yep.
And anyone who doesn't seem to have the money and lines up meets the bouncers. And either makes it to the wheel or sort of gets something else.
Sure.
So there is a bit of pile of blood off to one side.
Who gets to throw the daggers at the wheel?
One of the scantily clad women.
Okay.
She's quite accurate. Harry, no!
When she wants to be.
Yeah, just sit and watch how many people...
I don't like how you look! Stab. Oh, I've got to try again.
Well, currently just about everyone who's gotten on the wheel has been stabbed at least 5 times before they're allowed in.
Yep.
Normally someone volunteers with, I have the money to pay, actually, and so we go, oh, we better stop then.
Someone hold Harry's hand in this place. We're going to lose him in 5 minutes.
Yep. Collecting like the blood in like a little chalice underneath the wheel.
Okay, so as you guys line up and come in, who wants to go first?
Kroll's got the money. Like,
Well, you would have handed it out.
okay.
So you don't have to go in as one group, you can go in as individually.
Well, the whole point is to go in as individuals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Zed actually has some of the skills involved to hopefully survive in this place, so I'll give it a try first. And so you guys can watch.
I'm hopefully in the same boat, but...
Okay, so
Zed will try first.
you see...
But we see what's happening to other people on the way in.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Everyone's something on a piece of paper, and the piece of paper is put off to the side, and they're given some sort of symbols to go in and gamble with.
Gotcha.
So, looking at the paper, or do you just sign it?
Oh, look at it.
Okay. It says, I, with a line, do hereby sacrifice my immortal soul and this worldly sum of 10 pieces of silver to the devil to hold in escrow against his own stakes of 10,000 silver coins in the gambling tournament being held at the Gold Goblin Gambling Hall of Riddleport on the Oath Day this day. I understand that my soul will be placed in deposit in the hell's deepest pit of Nessus. Furthermore, I understand that all winnings shall be catalogued in coordinates of souls to be represented by teeth, eyes, and hearts of the damned. By participating in this gambling tournament and beginning in the first pit of Avernus, my winnings shall earn my way deeper through the hells on the following schedule. This, 1 gold eye. Everest, 3 gold eyes and a badge of Dis. The Thegron, 5 gold eyes and a badge of Everest. Stigard, 10 gold eyes and a badge of Flessleth, the previous one. So it basically just keeps going on and on with...
what are they talking about?
They're talking about, they've...
I don't understand what it means by eyes or those other words.
Okay, so...
Does it need like a knowledge religion check
give
or something?
me a knowledge religion check.
Yeah. 15.
They're talking about the levels of hell.
Right. And what does the eyes mean? Like 3 eyes or 5
Doesn't mean
eyes?
anything to you at this stage.
To move from one level to the next, you need to have things.
I understand that if I should lose my stakes in this tournament, I shall receive the Devil's Mark and my soul shall be cast upon the rocks on the shores of the River Styx. I understand that if I elect to cash in my winnings before reaching the pit of Nessus, I shall forfeit my soul and 50% of the cash value of my winnings for said early departures. If I am first player to reach Nessus, then I am granted the redemption of my soul and the right to cheat the devil and take his gold, in addition to collecting my winnings. In such circumstance, all other players shall receive the devil's mark and forfeit their souls. This I so swear, witnessed by Old Scratch.
I may be throwing the campaign away, but I look at it, I scratch out the bits I don't like, and sign it with a fake name, and hand over my 10 silvers.
Okay.
Or the gold.
They ask you to leave.
I leave.
Okay.
It's like, no!
So as you walk,
Under
so you're
no
doing this.
circumstances!
and you walk out, and as you walk, I go, what's going on?
Walk past, hope you don't need your soul.
But I want to keep my soul.
Read carefully.
I walk up.
Yep.
I read it.
Okay. Give me a knowledge religion roll.
It's the whole selling your soul.
Well, see, that's just...
I'm just there going.
That's the point.
This is where you just say,
11 on the
sorry, my
dice, and I
wife
think you
already
can only
has
roll a
mine.
max of 10 if you know the skill, can't you?
Oh, no, you can...
No, that's old version.
Oh, is it?
Add your intelligence if you're untrained.
11.
11. Okay, looking at it does seem to be, well, it doesn't look as official as anything you've seen in Shellyax. So that's basically what it looks like.
Yeah. So
I'd
like to
one
ask
of the
questions
demonesses.
You can
Suck
see
of eye.
you can see the bit of metal connecting your horns together.
Oh, okay. So I go. Oh, okay. So I'm not signing this in blood or anything, am I?
No.
Okay.
It's pen, ink.
Okay.
Got your gold?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I call out really, really, really loudly, like almost screaming at the top of my lungs. Yes, I've got the gold! And I put the coin down.
She just laughs.
And I pick up the pen. It wasn't for her. It was for someone else who might be nearby and hearing what I'm doing. And then I'll sign it.
Property of wife.
What's the family name of my wife? Her first name's Ruby.
It's all anyone else has been told. So it's up to you, between you and her.
Ruby Emerald.
You can sign it Ruby for all you like.
Yeah, I'll sign it. Yeah,
How many
Ruby.
people's souls are going to go with that one thing? Like 200 people called Ruby.
Yeah, I'll just go. I've signed Ruby.
She doesn't even look, she just rolls it up and hands you a pile of dull grey bits of wood and says, here are your silver tooths for your gold.
Thank you.
She says 10 of those are worth a gold eye. You can trade it in for a gold eye. Or each one of those is worth a copper heart. Is worth 10 copper hearts.
Oh, okay. So I turn around like as I goes to the crowd and got my coins, boys! Nice big scream, and I turn around and walk into the thing.
Who goes in next?
Quest will wait a little bit of time and just make sure no one else is going in before.
So there are lots of
Into
people
the line.
going in.
Yep, none of this group.
Okay. None of them seems to be hitting it at this stage.
They creep in.
Yep. Okay. Oh, hello little goblin, what would you like? Here's the thing, would you like to sign? Give me your lawyering roll.
Lawyering.
You lord.
Oh, he is the lawyer of the group.
Yeah.
So that's an 18 plus... Who knows at this stage?
Gonna be pretty good. 8 or 9,
Hopefully.
It would probably be at least 6 bonus.
Yes.
Quest, law plus 7.
25.
25.
Okay, looking at this, it's not actually a contract, it's basically the rules of the gambling establishment.
Yep.
Written out like a devil contract.
Yep.
And in no way,
Just for
shape or
flavour.
form is it actually enforceable.
Yep.
And only, and you sort of laugh at how many people would be taking in thinking they've actually sold their soul.
Yep. Yeah, that all looks legit.
Here's your coin. Thank you.
And she hands you 10 of the silver bits of wood.
Yep.
Well, the wood bits that represent silver. Dull grey.
Hands it back. Hands it back. Hands the coin over. Hasn't signed it yet. Still gets all the things.
Oh, only if you sign it.
Oh.
It's basically saying you agree to abide by the rules of the thing.
Yeah. X.
That's good enough for her.
Yep.
She rolls it up and puts it away.
So, how am I allowed to cheat?
She says, if you get caught, you failed.
Okay. Thank you.
If you cheat better than the next person, she sticks out her hand and shakes your hand.
Thank
Says
you.
good luck, and you find there's an extra chip in there.
Nice. And you're going.
Of course, she never gave you an extra chip. That'd be illegal.
I've only got 10. I can only count to 10.
1, 2, 3, many.
1, 2, 3, many lots.
So who heads in next? Apparently 2 of you have sold your souls away.
I have.
I wasn't doing anything with it anyway.
Speak for yourself.
Well, Willie already sold his soul away. He got married.
Yeah.
No one else has any chance of ownership on that one.
I had it dragged, kicking and screaming from my corporal body.
What about Kroll? Or are you going to wait for everyone else?
I'll go in next.
Okay, so heading in, you also see the contract.
I'll have a look and read it over.
Give me a roll.
Okay. That does not look good. What's the stat?
What are you using? Intelligence for all
Intelligent for most things, yes. Unless he has something else that will do it for him.
Sorry, religion is wisdom, but all the law skills are intelligence.
So it's not religion?
You can use religion if you like.
If I may.
You can.
That's plus 8, that's 14.
14. Okay, it sort of talks about hell and then throws in some things that make you think that whoever wrote this has no idea what hell's about.
So in terms of hell binding, this is not going to work.
Well, you don't think it will work.
Okay, cool. Well, if I'm satisfied,
You're a bit, iffy on that, but they're not asking. They're not actually witnessing you sign anything. They're just having you put whatever the hell you want on there, and you saw some guy just cross it before you.
Oh, okay.
But then again, not everyone can read,
All right.
and some of them just seem to ask for the woman to read it out to them.
Fair enough. I will take the piece of paper, take the pen or quill or whatever, and just put a kind of a star as my signature, and then hand it back. And
She hands her the goblet, the coin,
yes.
and she hands you the dull grey bits of wood,
Okay.
telling you that they're your gambling chips,
Okay.
because the gold gets put somewhere else.
Yeah. All right. And it was 10. What chips was it?
You get 10 dull grey chips,
10 dull grey.
called Silver Tooth,
Silver tooth.
and you're told that 10 of those equals a gold eye.
Can I ask what kind of gambling games this place has to offer?
It has quite a few, actually. If you go in and ask one of the other scantily clad women not standing at the door waiting for a line of people to come through and sign stuff, I'm sure they'll be able to give you plenty of time to instruct you on what they are. Just says looking behind you at this long line of people waiting to get through.
I kind of take the hint and nod and thank her and head on in.
You just let you through. Okay, so when you walk in there, unless someone else wants to speak up and do something, you find that there are many different games going on here, all seem to be relating to...
Does and Parry go in as well?
I said unless they speak up, it's up to them. You see many different...
We will, but we're just listening. We're finding it a bit hard to hear. The thing's still coming through very, tinny, but I think that's just us. The rain's coming down really heavy here at the moment, so, I think it's probably that stopping the, good quality coming through.
Okay, so you see that they've got a game that they call Bounder. which is basically about betting to see if you can. They're all basically designed to milk you of your money or give you a chance of winning. There's a game called Roulette, which is about trying to get drunk while playing a game of roulette. There is a game called Golem, where you basically play a form of poker against the house. And there's a game called Skiffs, where it's basically a pick a zone and hope that zone rolls up or lose all your money. So you have lots and lots of chances of winning and lots of chances of losing. So there are quite a few different things going inside. They all seem to be themed around devils, demons, underworld, a sort of mixed mash of all these things, and it doesn't really look as if they've followed the whole devil theme fully, but it's hard to tell. And you also see floating above old Scratch in a cage, staring down at people and rattling the cage every now and then.
Right. You know what that is?
You would know that that is an imp.
Quest pretends to be scared of it.
Do imps come from like different planes, or are they all the same kind of?
They generally come from the devils.
Okay.
Right, and my imps are the devils? Or are they
Yeah,
the devils?
to the
Closets of the demons. Yep, sounds right. Yeah, imps. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, succubi are considered demons more than devils most of the time, but they sort of flow between the two. They don't really care. They'll be anyone's.
Whatever you want them to be.
Irinis are the lawful evil version, but they're more soldiers, whereas succubi are the temptresses.
Yep. And so the whole place has been done up as a very Halloween-y sort of version of hell. So gaudy, bad taste, misappropriating many different societies and fields of stuff.
Yep.
And such that if any actual devil, such as the one up in the cage, were to actually walk in here, they'd be offended by just about everything going on here and leave.
Which is why it's a cage.
Devil lives don't matter.
And just about every game is basically a poke at the devils themselves, because it's all about chaos and not one single thing about law.
Can I have a look around the estate, whatever it's called, den? And
The gaming floor.
The gaming floor, and see if there are any notices or one of the scantily clad succubi yelling about the gaming tournament.
Well, this entire place is a gaming tournament. As you walk into her and talk to her, she says, "Welcome to the gaming tournament. How may I help you, little sir?"
How many games are required to enter the tournament?
Well, you've entered the front door. You've entered the tournament.
I see. So
If you fail to, spend your money and you just sit and watch, then you'll be asked to leave.
Mm-hmm.
If you run out of money, you'll be asked to leave.
Mm-hmm.
If you spank one of the temptresses the wrong way, you'll be asked to leave.
Sorry, run that by me again.
You spank one of the temptresses the wrong way, you'll be asked to leave.
Spank one of the temptresses
What's the right way?
wrong way. Okay.
That's completely up to her own decision.
Oh.
And if she doesn't like how you've done or that you've done it, then it's the wrong way.
Can you demonstrate?
The wrong way? Sure, I'll get what she gestures one of the big bouncers to come over. He sort of walks over. You realise that his thigh is bigger than you are.
Yep.
And he says, "That's the wrong way."
Okay, I won't spank them that way.
See? That works perfectly fine, she says. And the devil's mark is either a kiss from me or a fist from him. And depending on how much I like you will be whether or not you get the fist. If I don't like you, it's the fist.
That's fair.
And both were equally fine as the mark.
That's hilarious.
Okay. And which game is the house favouring tonight?
All of them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So as long as you win and don't lose, you can advance. And if you win enough, you'll be able to earn yourself some badges. And if you get some badges, then you'll go further into the game. And the person who wins the most money will get a chance at fighting against Old Scratch up there to see if you can win the 10,000 silvers.
Not Old Scratch, really?
Yes.
Looks
What's Old Scratch's best game?
Cheating.
So he's good at all the games, or what? By cheating.
Did
Isn't it?
you say fight or play?
That's what I'm trying to determine.
What if he chooses to play?
Okay. Well, alright.
So far, it hasn't been who can eat the other one the fastest. But that could always be an interesting game.
How long are we given to peruse the games first before we choose one to join?
We can go for about an hour or so, but if you're seeing loitering too much, then you might be asked to leave.
Okay.
That sounds fair.
Once the others are in, I'd like to just kind of mention that's pretty much what this place is about, is we can spend time looking at some of the games to see which ones we'd like to go for. But my understanding is, because we have to take part of this tournament, we have to try and win something to be noticed of some kind.
My character is dodgy as hell. This is a kind of place that I've been before.
And basically, everyone here is basically what you consider your best gaming buddy. They're all that's the nicest ones you see. They're the ones that are that person who will kick you under the table, just enough to distract you so you miss what's actually happened while they swipe half your winnings. Then they're the ones that will just literally just take your winnings in front of you and pretend it's theirs, and they have the muscle to back it up.
Wasn't there a rule of no magic here? No.
Oh, not getting caught cheating is the rule.
Okay.
Oh, that's the rule. Okay.
And if you can't back up the fact that it was yours to begin with, then might does make right.
Alright. Well, in that case, Cole's going to start just walking around inspecting the different games to try and work out which one he'd be best suited for.
Yep, I'll spend, I don't know, half an hour looking over these games and looking at the mechanics and what I reckon would be the sort of most advantageous for my character, and I will...
Well, the
Makes
goal in
sense.
hand is basically playing against other people. Some of the others are more chance-oriented than reading, so you basically risk money over time. They have given a basic table that you can use with a intelligence check to see how well you go at winning or losing. And if you want to go with blatantly cheating, then you can do a deception-based roll.
Thievery or deception, I'm guessing.
That's wrong game system. That's the right game
I
system.
have all kinds of feats like pickpocket and subtle theft and
Yeah,
that sort of stuff.
that would all
So
work
you're
here.
saying you do?
Yeah, that'll all work really well.
Yeah.
Martin,
Yep.
sorry to interrupt.
What you could do is you watch up the person
I
who
still
keeps
have
putting
copies
everything
of it,
in,
don't I?
pickpocket their last coins, they go, oh yeah, I'll put... You know,
What was that?
and they get
I
kicked
still
out.
have Poppy with me.
Yeah.
What's their thought on animals in the gambling house?
They don't care.
They care? Okay.
Just that whatever Poppy does, you have to clean it up. So if you bite someone, it's your job to clean that up too.
Yeah. Okay.
Have we had a discussion about this beforehand? Seems like it now.
Well, we didn't know enough about this place, so...
Maybe about like 10 minutes after everyone else goes in, I'll wander in.
Okay. So they do put this piece of paper in front of you to sign.
I read through it.
Give me a religion roll.
Natural 20, so 21.
Okay, so 21 upgraded. So it does look, it really does look like a instructions for what you should be doing here. That's not a binding contract in any way, shape, or form. They don't care what name you put on there. It's non-binding.
Cool. I guess I sign it DP, so Ginger and Poppy, and head on in.
Okay. You have no problems entering. The orcs at the door look you up and down quite a bit.
Well, because I'm not full.
No, they're admiring.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Interesting.
Stars.
Well, look this way, it's not very often they get to see nice orc bodies, whether they're male or female, so they admire where they can.
Okay, fair enough. I say hello to them in now. I presume they speak Orcish as well, because they would have come from clans, so...
Okay, one of them speaks to you. He sounds far more educated than you expect. But he's speaking just straight Orcish. It sounds guttural and bestial to nearly everyone else. But he sounds quite eloquent, and he suggests that you offer something to the wench in a rather scathing Orcish insult.
Okay, I will take on that advice and go try that.
Okay, so you insult the wench that way?
Why not?
Okay, so she bursts out laughing when you do that. Seems she actually understood what the Orcish insult was. And
Yep.
she hands you, instead of the 10 silver teeth, you end up with 15 of them
Nice.
Nice.
for your 1 gold.
15 silver pieces.
Well, they are little silver bits of wood, grey wood, but they're called silver teeth.
Oh, silver teeth.
Yep, so it's not actually worth anything.
Yeah. It's like the casino chips.
It is literally a casino chip.
Yeah.
Just bits of wood dunked in various colours. Chips. Okay, so...
Did I understand the auction insult that I was saying?
Pretty much it was a sexual position where you were completely dominating her.
Yeah, right. That sounds legit.
It has no translation into other languages.
Yep, no, that's fair.
All most people get when they translate it is, strange meeting here. Sexual oriented. Don't want to know. Okay. So, you've made it in with Poppy. No one blinked at Poppy. You can see that there are various other animals wandering through as well as a large cat stalking one of the upper areas.
Ooh, okay. Is this similar to the black cat that was in Sandpoint?
It is a black cat that was in Sandpoint.
Oh, it is the black cat.
He wasn't on the boat at all.
Oh, okay. And somehow he's made it here before us.
Not too surprising because you're not sure he was really there to begin with.
Fair enough.
Okay, so you have it in. You've been you catch up with Quest, who's visibly eyeing a pile of rubes about to be fleeced of their money.
Ah, good. Back up.
And as he arrives, everyone falls and hands Quest another 10 of the silver teeth.
What? Okay.
No one went to pick a fight with the goblin who had this big orc walk up right behind him.
Black Ogre, where are you? Oh, thank you. Where are you guys going?
W money, W fun.
Do you understand Orcish still, Morgan? Quest?
Tries to reply in Orcish. I don't know, is this it?
He really bugs up half the words, but he sort of gets some of the idea right. It's sort of like a child speaking to you in Orcish.
Yeah, right. Essentially, I try and say you're going to be much better at this than me, and slip in my extra 5. And and if he wants me to be his bodyguard, because that seemed to help, I'm more than happy to.
He replies back, I was just about to go and lose to Willie. But sure, let's go spend some money. Steal some money. Yeah.
Sounds good.
So what's Parry doing?
Parry's joining.
So as you walk in, you recognize one of the women at the door as one of the girls next door from where you grew up.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay.
Your old sweetheart.
Yeah, she recognizes you. Yes.
Good way or bad way?
Well, she does the whole flirtatious, oh, look at you thing.
Oh, look at Parry's back!
Yeah. My long-lost friend is with him. Yay.
No, you were probably always mischievous.
Probably.
So she does a whole air kiss thing towards you. You hear some grumbling from all the other guys around you who are being completely ignored by the hostess right now at the front door.
Why does he get special attention?
And then the two orc guards step up beside you, pick you up by the elbows, take you right up to the front, and push everyone else out of the way.
Great.
And if anyone complains, they get to meet Mr. Fist.
Oh, perfect.
And then they walk back to the front door while you're standing in front of the lovely next door neighbor.
Nah. As always.
Well, it has been at least 3 years since you last saw her.
I was about to say, how many years has it been? 23.
Too many.
Well, at least 3, because we've been adventuring for what? At least 10 months?
We have. So, her name is Leary Parmenter.
What a name.
And look, we even have a picture without the light on the face.
She looks lovely.
Ooh, nice.
So that's the look of the succubus.
Nice.
And she says, "Oh yeah, you just need to go through the motions. You know it." She says as she hands you the scroll.
Ooh, scroll.
It's basically
You do your most flamboyant
Oh, hell yeah.
signature.
she rolls it all up nice and tight and gives you a wink and then slips it into her dress.
Rolling for leather.
And hands you for your gold, which you happen to forget to take, another 11 of those silver tooth. So the silver bits of wood.
Nice. So wait, I ended up paying her or did not?
She accidentally forgot to take the gold from you. She hands the tokens to you.
Okay. I collect the teeth and walk in,
Yep.
giving her a wink on the way past.
And you feel her slap you on the butt on the way through.
Bad touch, bad touch.
No, very good touch.
Well, it wasn't on her, so it wasn't illegal.
Exactly.
Well, she's got to live up to the succubus image. Tempting. Okay, and what about Zed? Zed's still going to wait outside.
For the sake of the game, Zed, I think, goes across to the tavern across the street, finds out what the hell is going on, then comes back, signs across, and goes on in.
Well, person doesn't recognise you at all, haven't been here before. Enough people have come in. And some people walk away.
Oh, good.
So yes, you sign and get in, you get your 10 pieces. You pay your gold across.
Yep.
And after they shut the doors up, shut the doors over and say, now it's person can come in when someone leaves to keep the games running.
That capacity.
Gotcha.
Then you have the Sol Vaskikin stand up on the stage where everyone can see him. So
This is a dude.
just so you can see what he looks like. Here's what he looks like.
Ah, cool. What race is that?
Short.
Short.
The short race.
He's a short race.
Right.
No?
I feel personally
What's that
attacked.
thing on his hand?
It's metal.
Yes.
He's actually human.
Human?
Yeah, he is
He's a
human.
short human.
Wow.
He's a short
Wow.
human.
Okay.
So he's literally short. He's his race.
Okay.
So he says, welcome one and all to the Gold Goblin Gambling Hall and your chance to cheat the devil and win back not only your soul, but all of his gold as well, he says. And the last, he pats a large chest next to him before which he says next to. I hope you found your reception by the devil's lovely temptresses suitably entertaining. This is met by a general murmur and laughter and a few catcalls, plus whistles from most of the succubi in the room. Plus also the sound of one fist strike.
One what?
Fist strike.
Mum.
Some guy, you know, who
Someone
falls
said
flat
something
on you.
the wrong way or touched someone the wrong way and...
Sorry, I didn't understand the word.
Fist strike.
A fist strike. Right, gotcha.
It's this big meaty crunch.
Yep.
Let's take a moment to thank Old Scratch himself for attending this event. Not only did he loan us these lovely Dark Angels, but he also emptied the deepest vaults of Hell itself to provide the gold for this tournament. And he directs everyone to look at the birdcage above you, in which case you see Old Scratch flying in a flurry of rage, banging the bars, spitting, howling, and screaming in Infernal. Does anyone understand Infernal?
Parry? You, I think?
Yeah.
No, I speak demonic.
Alright.
No.
Whatever he says is making your hair stand up on end.
It has hair. It still does it.
It makes your skin all nice and clammy.
Okay.
That works for most people too. Okay, of course he plans on replacing what he loses in gold with the souls of those who didn't win. The tournament rules are quite simple. As you play, you earn more chips. And with those chips, you'll be able to bribe your way out of the current hell you're trapped in, working your way down deeper and deeper until you get to Old Scratch's treasury. Currently, all of you are Old Scratch's prisoners in the first of the hells, Avernus. If you want to work your way down to the ninth circle, you'll need to win games. Each time you win, you'll be awarded a golden eye. If you come in second, you'll get a silver tooth, and third place wins a copper heart. These bits of flesh and bone are what the devils use in hell for currency, and it's what you'll need to pay in order to bribe your way to the next layer of hell. The first player to win a game after reaching Nexus not only keeps his winnings for that game, but also earns back his soul and the 10,000 silver coins that the devil put up for this tournament. You can, of course, decide to cash out your winnings at any time you want, but if you run out of money entirely, well, that means Old Scratch gets you. Vaskikin grins evilly at the cage and cuts loose with another profane tirade. And that earns you the Devil's Mark and an escort out of the gaming hall until the tournament is over. What, you ask, exactly is the Devil's Mark? Well, it's something too utterly horrible to even contemplate. The forfeiture of your very soul it is. But I suppose I'll show you what it is. Gods know I more than deserve the Devil's Mark. In fact, better make it 2 girls, he says. With that, 2 of the succubi step up and lean quite far over because he is quite short. And give him a kiss. And you can see 2 ruby red outlines on his face. When they pull away, and he cries out, "The Devil's Mark, everyone!" which is greeted by a flurry of shouts, catcalls, and hoots. And he says, and those that don't qualify for that will get something else instead.
Devil's fist.
Of course, it's still a mark of a sort, but not quite as alluring. Now let's cheat the devil and take his gold. And then you see Old Scratch do another flurry of showmanship. And currently pee on someone. Of course, that person was looking up and go, "At times,
It's in my mouth."
And you hear Sol say, that doesn't count as a devil's mark.
It's just lucky.
Yeah, he's the lucky one. Everyone pick on him first. He's been marked as the favourite.
Sorry, was that the cat peed on someone?
No, the imp.
Oh, sorry. I missed who it peed on.
Old Scratch peed on one of the people below him. He's in a cage above all of the participants.
Oh, right.
Mental note: dodge that X marks the spot.
Well, he seemed quite accurate. He actually aimed for that person.
Yep.
Apparently, he's now the crowd favourite. So first one voted to be kicked out. Okay, so each of you can now choose to go off and do games or pool your money into other people. But if you found out have no money, they may end up kicking you out, and if you're not participating yourself.
Yep.
Oh, Zed's gonna like the others did, take a look at the different games involved. She's actually more looking at which ones are the most likely that someone is actually going to successfully cheat at, and is that something that she could do, or is she just going to get suckered because someone else is going to be able to cheat at it better?
Well, looking at this crowd, there's not one game no one's going to cheat at.
Well, it's just...
And it's like whether or not you will win or not is depending on how well you are compared to everyone else. And you think it's basically a thievery check or a diplomacy check or a what other checks have I got there that I can pull out?
Deception, I'm guessing.
Deception would work as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's no sleight of hand anymore, is it? It's
It's thievery. Well, it's
Okay.
just look, it's very hard to do. It's very hard to cheat the house at roulette, for example. Whereas it's a bit easier to cheat
How
other
many
people
people
at
are using
poker.
magic?
Yeah.
That sort of stuff.
No one here apparently is using magic.
But my understanding is
How do you tell?
only if you get caught.
Well, is visual manifestations, I'm guessing.
Most magic uses visual manifestations.
Okay.
So, could we use prestidigitate to bump the ball on the roulette table?
Well, if you do, you're basically manifesting prestidigitation first, and it will most likely get noticed.
Yep. Okay.
But if you have something that has an effect, then
I need that 4th level feat allows me to avoid notice.
Yeah, that's what that's there for. Otherwise, it's rather
What's the
useless to
4th
take.
level feat? Does it?
You make a performance instead of visibly casting. And you roll
Oh, yeah.
performance versus perception.
Yep.
And if he does better, then they don't notice he casts
They
it.
don't see how to spell.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what type of roll checks can we make? Because I think the only one I have that's
intimidate.
more than one of
Yeah.
intimidate.
We
So-
can just scare people out of their money.
You can do deception, diplomacy, intimidate, or thievery. Each of them is valid.
Dooza wins
so
this hand.
deception
But I have a real
have
flush.
a
Dooza wins.
Can you give me a 6 so I can hear it?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Well, deception I have a 0 on. Thievery I have a +1. What else? Intimidation I have a +4. Performance I have a +0.
Thievery?
And thievery I have a +1.
Well, hey, we've got even chances of losing your money here.
So pretty much the only one I have is that I have a slight chance of getting anything with a plus on is intimidation.
Okay, so what you get to choose is how much you're willing to put up, make a roll, and then compare that to see how you turn up against the opposition. And I'm assuming you're not all at the same table, so you're not going to fleece each other.
Correct.
Because if you're all at the same table, then most likely you're distributing the wealth amongst you.
as previously stated, some of the people in here can't even read, apparently. Is it possible to use a perception check across the room, just walking around for, say, 10 minutes, just to point out the obvious cheaters?
Yes.
So the people going, who are just really trying to, and then basically tell the others, this guy might be cheating or double bluffing, and this guy might be good to start with.
Conversely, who are the idiots that we can fleece fast?
All that, yes.
Quest is going to go find the table with the lowest entry
Yep.
and the shittiest players.
So you find the one with the guy that got peed on.
Yep.
There's a lot of people are watching to see him perform because he was marked by the devil.
Yep.
Yes, marked. He sort of has this look of "why me" on his face, As he, no matter what he drinks, he still tastes devil piss. You may have that for the rest of the week.
Yeah, no, I think that was a good idea, Kroll.
So, Kroll, give me a perception roll while you wander around, getting an idea of what everyone else is doing.
Ooh, that's 25.
25.
Nice.
Okay, having a look around, you do notice that there's probably about 3 different groups also working together, doing similar stuff, paying attention to the people.
Yep.
Besides the fact that the bouncers don't look stupid. They act stupid. They don't look stupid.
Okay.
They play the brute. But
So
they
it's safe
are...
to assume that the people catching you are not just the house, it's the bouncers and the...
So the bouncers are the ones who are paying most attention to what everyone's doing.
Right.
And they're the ones likely to catch you if you do something wrong.
Yep.
The succubi are the distraction.
Yeah.
They're there to make sure you buy drinks, get drunk, and lose all your gold.
Yeah.
That's their entire job. The servers that they have at each of the tables running the games are all there to watch for cheats of their game, but they more direct the bouncer to those people.
Yep.
You see that they seem to be pointing the bouncer to that person but not doing anything themselves. Eventually the bouncer catches them in the act and breaks something.
That was actually the next point. Are the bouncers noticing and ignoring, or are they noticing and actioning? It sounds like they're actioning.
But the thing is, it's more
Maybe
like the
first time.
blatant stuff of when they're doing it to penalize people for the sake of it, not for just the game. It's like if you see them, if they actually catch them stealing from another member of the group, not stealing from the house for
Alright.
say,
Okay.
then they basically take
What?
them out.
So they're taking them out when they steal from people, or when they steal from the house?
When they steal from people.
They steal from people.
Because
So
basically
you can cheat against the house, and that seems to be okay. But stealing from the actual people themselves is not on.
Yeah.
Cool. Good to know.
Because the thing is, you're only stealing wooden chips that you have to give in anyway.
Yep.
So that's part of the gaming competition. But it's not competition if you're just stealing from the other people.
Gotcha.
Because then it's just who's the best thief.
Yep.
And it's a gambling competition, not a thieving competition. And if you're stealing from their house, well,
That's part of the game.
yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty much stacked against you to begin with.
Gotcha. Oh, that's good to know.
So they're basically not penalising those. So the only people who have been beaten up by the thugs are those who are literally harming someone, stealing from one of the other patrons,
Yep.
or disrespecting the succubi. And generally the third one there gets treated the worst.
Yep.
So once you've paid to get in, they've already got your money, so they don't care
Yep.
if you're taking anything from the house, because
Yep.
you've already paid for it.
Yep, and that's part of the competition. Whoever can literally get to the end first is the one who
Yep.
deserves it. As long as you're not basically screwing with everyone else, you're just playing the games.
Yep.
Cheating is part of the game.
Yep.
Stealing is not.
Gotcha.
And were there
Makes
any
a difference.
obvious louts that can be used?
Oh, there are many distractions that you can use. The people who seem to... There are a couple of them who are playing the same table and are literally forcing their hands to make other people lose.
One of them sneezes, the other one then slips a card or something like that.
On those sort of lines, yes, but it's like the I just fold sort of thing to
Yeah.
let so someone else is constantly losing their stake,
Yep.
and then you see that they just divvy the stake up amongst them again and go to the next table.
Yep.
So their groups are moving around. Some are just splitting around, and each one at a table, like you guys are thinking of doing, where they're just basically playing the odds.
Was the staff taking bribes by anyone?
Depends on what you're trying to do.
For
You can basically give them real gold, and then they'll give you more chips.
Well, I more meant say if someone paid, I don't know, one of the succubi servers under the table to distract someone else. Does that sort of thing happen, or is it just not? That's not because that's considered them doing it as opposed to the.
Well, look at it this way: they're doing that anyway. So whether you pay them or not, they're still going to do it.
Right. Okay.
They're distracting everyone.
Yeah, but if you.
So maybe you could just time it right, because you know they're about to distract someone, and then use that.
You can
without
use the
even having to pay
timing.
them. That'd be my...
Whereas you think that if you were to pay them, then they might get into trouble.
Yes,
and then
so
make
there's
deliberately distract you.
no obvious bribes going around to bribe the staff to help.
It's very much a hands-off policy on them.
Okay, yep.
You can talk to them, but most of them don't bend down to have close conversations.
Yep.
Because, well, their livelihood's on the line as well.
We should team up.
If
Play a couple of
everyone's
games
okay
and
with
then-
it, after the 15-minute walk around, inspecting the different games, I'd like to kind of, as I walk by each of us, I'd like to inform you of that stuff, basically. Like, this is what I've seen, like, there's 3 groups, and then the bouncers are not stupid, they're actually looking for people, and so forth.
Yep.
Okay.
And Zed's going to use some deception to act a bit drunker than she is.
Okay, so the drinks are not watered down.
No, I understand, but
So-
she's deliberately not drinking
So-
as much
so when you
as she
actually-
looks like she is.
So the drinks are actually cheaper than you expect.
Mhm.
So think the equivalent of strip club sort of mentality. The food is plentiful. The drinks are cheap, strong, and basically designed to make you keep coming back. So they're still making what the drinks are worth and the food is worth, but they're designed to make you drink more, eat more, and yeah. And so you think the drinks are a bit salty as well, so that helps.
Does the drink cost gold or silver teeth?
It costs real money.
Okay.
So you're not betting with the chips, you're actually paying for it.
Alright.
But it costs the equivalent of coppers.
Yeah.
So all food and drinks are coppers.
Yep.
Because that's what most people can afford.
Yep.
Anything more than that and you'd have no one here eating or drinking.
Gotcha. Alright. Should we get down to it?
And you can buy more copper hearts for a copper apiece, you can buy more silver teeth for a silver apiece, and you can buy more gold eyes for a gold apiece.
Just so everyone knows, I left like almost 20 gold in Magmar, but I did arrive here with 4 in assorted coinage.
Yeah, I got coppers.
Yeah.
Okay, so who wants to go first at gambling you're in?
Gambling I'm in.
Okay, so Dooza goes in. So what skill is Dooza using to gamble?
Intimidation. So like.
Okay, so you get you
fall.
get a bunch of ruffians who are doing their own game off to the side, not one of the official gambling games.
Yeah.
But these all still count as games because they pick the table and they have one of the officials coming over to make sure they take their cut of the pot.
Yep.
Because every game of chance that's used here, they get 5%.
Yep.
Doesn't matter what you're playing or who's playing what, they get 5%.
Okay.
That's reasonable.
And so even if someone wanted to do a knife throwing contest, that would still be legal.
Nice.
Hey, it is that sort of place. Just
I'm in for that.
you're not supposed to throw out someone else's back, but it has been known to happen.
Oh yeah. I'm gambling. I'm in.
Okay, so give me an intimidation roll. And first thing, how much you putting in?
I'll put in. I'll start with 2.
Start off with 2. Okay, you put in 2 silver.
Let me just keep a tally of what I put in. And that was also 15.
You get a 15? Okay, so you managed to win back what you put in. You did pretty well. And that's even after the 5% was skimmed by the establishment.
2 back.
That's considered a pretty good win.
Nice.
Well, break-even win anyway. Break-even in a casino is...
Absolutely.
2 in and 1 2.
Okay, so Dooza seems to be doing... You can hear the sounds of punches and see who can punch the hardest was going in the background. And apparently this big muscly person was up against some rather scrawny looking human and absolutely floored him. And then next thing you know, that person just gets back up again as if nothing had happened.
Okay.
Which is how you ended up breaking even.
Fair enough.
You didn't actually knock the person out, so it wasn't a knockout. And other people want to go in for some sort of gambling. Who was going to go in next? What sort of gambling are you guys going in for?
We'll do individual tables before we start getting too suspicious and circling the group. Or do you want to start with the table together? I'm assuming that'll be like an aid another or something.
I was going to give the equivalent of advantage if you're both on the same table.
Yep. Sounds like a good idea.
Sounds good, yeah.
So, what sort of check are you going for?
It's got to be thievery.
Okay, so you're going for a poker game?
I've got the 2 feet, subtle theft, and pickpocket.
And they give you bonuses?
They affect what happens when you try to steal from people.
Yeah, they minimise penalties when you're taking something from someone. But is that what you're doing for this one?
Probably not.
I just say straight thievery with roll twice and take the best of the two. So only one of you needs to roll because you've got the person, you're giving him advantage.
Yeah, you go to the first one, dude.
He's supporting you in the first round.
Yep.
So how much are you putting in first?
I'm throwing in 5 of mine.
So I'm assuming you're matching with 5? Otherwise, it's not a bet.
My character's got no reason to fuck around,
Okay.
so I'll throw 10. I'll just throw it all in.
That's fine.
Okay, so you're both throwing 10 in then?
Well, I'm throwing 10
Well,
in.
he's helping you.
I'll do it. Yep, do it.
Okay, you both got 10 in.
And I can then play the schmuck that then has to go and buy more teeth. It's fine. I'm hoping you get a whole bunch more than just mine.
It also looks more
Yeah.
believable.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is fine. Do it.
90... Ooh. Ha 00.
What?
100. No, 10s.
2 tens.
Yeah, 2 10s. I was like, that can't be another 10, can it? So
So it didn't matter if you had advantage or not, you got the same number.
Yeah.
Wow.
Them's the breaks.
So what's your bonus?
Plus 8.
Plus 8. Okay. So you managed to win big. You ended up with 20 gold in your stake because you managed to work it together. And you walk out with 30. 30 of the 30 of the silver
30
pieces. 30 teeth.
So is that above and beyond
20
You put in 20 teeth and you walk away from the table with 30.
Cool, cool. Okay. So
that made
50%, that's alright.
And I go back and buy more teeth. I'll go and spend 20 silver to buy 20.
So when you're working together, I'm assuming your entire lot going in is the stake, and you can walk out with a whole stake or lose a whole stake.
That's fine.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I go back and spend 20 silver to buy 20 more teeth, and I come back with grumpy and put in all 20.
Hey, you also get given a drink to go with that because you spent money.
I bet I do.
Just hand it to the guy next to you.
Yeah. Cool.
It even has that fizzle with it as well of extremely strong alcohol. There's no problems about dead animals in any of these drinks.
Are you going to match the 20 for this one to give me an advantage?
Sure.
Okay.
13 plus 8 is 21.
On a thievery check?
Correct.
Okay, so you've both put in 20. You walk out with 80 teeth.
Cool.
Jesus Christ.
No, 80 teeth.
That's a bit better.
Yeah, because
There is no raising the teeth here. None of these teeth have died previously.
So 10 down to 0. 20 silver.
I call you Legion, for you have many.
So, but it still means you've got 10.
Yeah.
Cool.
And both of you have considered to have had one win in your competitions, as well as Doomsday hasn't managed to win yet, so each of you have gotten a win badge to say you've actually
So,
won.
so is that what they call the eyes?
The eyes are when you exchange it for gold. So each 10 silver is worth 1 gold, which is an eye.
Right. Okay.
And then each time you win a game at that level, you get one of the badges to say you can, as long as you've got an eye and the badge, you can then go up to the next level.
Well, basically, for the next, because you've got 10 left, right? Well, I'll play another hand where I put 10 in to give you advantage. And that way you'll be able to get one of those eyes and...
So while you guys are doing that sort of thing, what is Quest and Kroll doing?
That makes sense?
Yeah.
well, aren't you being backed up by Mr.
No,
Intimidation?
Dooza went off and got
Oh.
his fight for money.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Okay.
Quest has gone to the cheapest entry table.
Oh, all the tables, whatever you put in is what everyone will back to. So,
Right.
and they're all, and basically when they decide that one rank is done, anyone who doesn't have the badges gets pushed off to the side or runs out of money.
Right. So yeah, let's go have a go at the piss guy and play a round of diplomacy.
Okay, so they pull their cards out to see how well they are at reading everyone. Give me a diplomacy roll.
As he goes to the table, he's going to buy a round of drinks for the table.
Okay.
Okay.
I will give you a +2 to the roll.
What's the pot?
What's the pot first?
He'll put 5 silver in.
Five of the teeth in. Yep.
Yep. Are you coming too?
Then you get an extra dice as well as you both put in the 5. So you basically live or die if one person's rolling. So it is Quest rolling for this one,
So is it?
So 15 plus
Diplomacy roll?
diplomacy,
and
plus the extra
it's
two.
Quest roll because you're supporting him.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be 25.
So 25. Okay, so
Oh, because you get the +2.
Yeah.
Nice.
okay, so and how much you put in 5 each?
5 and 5, so 10.
Okay, so you get back, I'm going to say 28 teeth, because you managed to get above the point, and you also get one of the badges of dis, so you can now say you've successfully won a game at this level.
Cool.
Because you have to trade in that badge to be able to go to the higher tables.
How many people are at the table?
At the moment, there's about 5 to 10. There's over 100 people running through this casino at the moment.
Right.
Okay, so
Just looking around, like, in advancing, do people, like, rack up a whole bunch of teeth before they choose to go up? Or do they
Some-
get the minimum and then just go up with what they've got? Like, what...
Some
We've
do.
never been here before, we're just looking.
There's always a bit of both. People with more winning than anyone else basically is I've got more to lose.
What are the people who look like they know what they're doing?
Oh, they're getting as much as possible and trying to fleece everyone out of their winnings, because the less people there are in the group, the less people they have to compete against at the higher levels. And some of them are getting trounced by the newbies. As there's this big orc that they're talking about who are managing to intimidate people out of their money.
Sure.
And basically no one's willing to do anything because the bouncers like him. Anytime someone tried to do something that was going to make him lose, they got stepped on. Or this dog bit them and the bouncers just looked the other way. It's like, who owns this dog? And the bouncer goes, what dog? There's no dog here.
Yep.
Oh, come on, guys. I'm sure another round of...
And then someone spilled ketchup on this other guy as well, and the dog bit them, and it's like, and the bouncer says, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to spill ketchup on you. Here, let me squirt on him again.
Gotcha.
So, Dooza, apparently, you're not really having to roll at the moment, and you've gotten yourself about another 20 teeth.
Oh, nice.
Thanks to the bouncers, one of them standing near you and helping you in, without actually helping you.
Awesome.
Power of presence.
And you've earned one of the tokens of this at the same time as well, because apparently the guy who had one lost his teeth. And so you've got some real teeth to go with the silver teeth tokens.
Yeah, these count, right?
Well, yeah, can I paint them?
Yeah,
Can I grab them in?
he says they must be yours because they fell in the game.
Did you do a round crawl?
You also do get to witness as they throw people out the back door towards the city river, saying you've now reached the Nix River.
I can do it in the round. I'm gonna put 5 in.
Yep. So,
Okay, so is Kroll been taking lead of this one?
I'm gonna try.
And what sort of game are you playing? Because
Oh,
you get to choose a skill, and that's the sort of game you're playing.
thing is, Kroll technically isn't very good at any of these things.
He doesn't have to be good at it. He just has to have fun.
What's your perception at?
He has a high perception.
Is that an option?
If he really wants to go,
Reading.
I want to particularly read not caring what everyone else does. You can do the perception as the roll, as the base roll. But I will be giving you a -2 to the roll for the perception roll.
No, I'm just gonna try diplomacy again.
Advantage.
So you get advantage with this one, and how much did you guys put in?
5.
5 each.
Oh, nice.
That's nice. That's really
I've
nice.
got 3 diplomacy,
Mm-hmm.
so that makes it a 20, non-natural.
A 20. Okay, so you walk out with an extra 10 teeth on top of the 10 you put in,
Cool.
and a badge of winning.
So I've got
And you
15.
see at the higher tables that they seem to be waiting to bid more. So basically the lower tables are happy for people to bid coppers and silvers. So the hearts and teeth. But they're expecting the higher and higher you get up, the more things you bid.
Sure. Well, I'm trying to lose the next one, so you've got a bit more of a stake. Because right now I think you're down to what, 10 teeth?
Okay,
I'm putting in my 10 for you to have your advantage.
So you're sitting at one of the last of the tables of the people who haven't won at least one tournament. Some of the people have actually tossed their token in to say that, look, this is my last chance to get ahead. I don't want to walk in without an eye, because they've lost all their silvers.
Yep.
Right, yep.
So some of them have tossed tokens in to represent that.
Oh,
That's their stake.
Yep.
Nice.
So whatever you, and the house is happy to say, yeah, sure, that counts as your stake. Of course, you don't get the kiss if you toss that in.
Yep.
How many eyes are up for grabs
This
then?
one's yours, dude.
So there are no eyes. I've tossed the token of dis in,
Oh, okay.
which is the they've won a round somewhere along the way.
But they've run out of silvers to actually do anything with it. Yep. That's what I was worried about happening to you. Hence this. You got this.
What's that? So 17 plus 8, 25.
Nice.
25. So you guys have played for about 3 hours now, all up, at various games, and over that last hour there, because it's about an hour of play, you managed to win. So it was 25. And you put in 20 all up. You walk out with about 55 silver teeth, as well as another 3 badges of dis.
Nice. That's easy to 4 in total.
You only, you can
Are they good for anything?
yes, you need to use the badge of dis plus 3 gold to 3 gold eyes to move into the next round.
So we need 3 eyes,
Yep.
1 token.
Mm-hmm. So that's 30 silver teeth.
Yep.
Did anyone else want to do any more of the low end one before you move up to the next level?
Well, basically we were just trying to fleece
Yeah, we were trying
what
to
we
fleece.
could.
Yeah.
But if you said that was like one of the last ones, is there anyone
Yeah,
else?
the other
that
ones
would
still had chances to do other rounds if they wanted to. So I believe Doomsday's got plenty now because the bouncers saw to it.
Yep. What's parry? Parry?
So that, I've got 30 total. Does it sound about right?
Yeah, it does sound about right. It's
Yeah.
basically you take your stake into the table.
Yep.
Anything you have above that is your luck.
Mhm.
So that's the bare minimum. So that the bouncers made sure you at least made it to the next round.
Nice.
For the last hour, Quest wants to see if you can get on the stage to play and get tips.
Okay, there is what appears to be some sort of half-elf on stage currently playing, and her music is very discordant. It's designed to break concentration, to basically play with people's mood. So she goes between discordant to catchy to discordant to lullaby to...
But no one can be discordant like you.
Yeah. and she sees you wanting to come up, so she just shoots you up and points to a chair beside her and says, if you can play worse than me, you're welcome.
She's probably using 5 strings while you're using 4.
Harmonise the chaos. 8.
And she says, and she says, the more discordant you can make it, the better she'll make it worth your while.
Cool. That's it. Like bagpipes plus theremin.
Is it 28?
28. Okay.
Oh god.
Okay, so you harmonise perfectly with her disharmony, as you get the same roll she gets.
Oh no!
And so you can basically see people's hairs just standing up on end, and people just go twitching as you're doing roll. People are dropping cards in the middle of playing stuff, and basically the owner's giving you a thumbs up on stage. And the imp just sort of looks in your direction, just turns his head. then he just shrugs. He just goes back to what are you
Me or
doing?
you, him?
Both at the two on stage.
Yeah.
So Chris just spent the hour doing that.
Okay, so apparently, she basically is hamming up as much as you are.
I'm using the hour to work out how to ignore that.
You're struggling very much.
Yeah.
Because every time you ignore it, they change tack so quickly, so completely, and they're weaving their songs together so well.
It's like just how to ignore it so it affects other people but not me.
It's like they've played like this for their entire lives. They just seem to know each other intrinsically and just going for it. You don't even know what the hell instruments they're playing is that bad.
Yep, gotcha. Alright, well, if those games are pretty much over, then it's just cashing in and moving up, isn't it?
Okay, so as some people just sit back to watch, you've been given the opportunity to move up to the next stage, having won your chance to advance further down. They've let people. They were considering whether or not they just let people move it up when they wanted to, but if there was no one to play against, what was the point? So you've each been given your chance to move ahead. You've proven that you've got the badge of Dis.
Mm-hmm. Do we hand it in or do we just hold it?
You hand it in.
Okay.
So it's basically, well, technically it's what you pay the 1 gold eye to get the badge of Dis, but they were throwing it in for the people who were winning. You basically earned enough to get the badge of Dis.
Yep.
And some guys had, and the first round basically went through very quickly. And then people had thrown in their badge of DS because they couldn't really go any further.
Yep.
So what do I do with 4 badges?
4 badges, it means that if other people drop out, they can't earn their way back into the competition. You need a badge of DS to return to this level.
So if we screw up, it's possible for you.
You've got 3 chances to let people back in on this level.
Okay.
As long as they can get the silver teeth at the same time, get enough to have 3 gold eyes, they can return to the competition.
And so we also have to pay like the 30 silver for the 3 gold eyes?
You have to show you've got the 30 silver.
Oh, we just have to show we've got it.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Cool.
Yeah. And then at the, if you want to buy your way further, then you do spend those 3 gold eyes to earn the to earn the badge of Erebus.
Badge of Erebus.
Yes, because they're wanting people to spend their dis and their eyes to show that they've earned their 30 silver through. And so it also reduces the pot by that amount.
Okay.
So people will eventually run out of money because they've spent it all to advance.
Yep, gotcha.
And that means that there should only be one person who makes it all the way to the end.
Let's do it.
Okay, so what does Parry want to do in the background? Continue chatting to his next door neighbour?
Yeah, that sounds probably like what Parry would do.
Okay.
Talking about the girl next door, yeah.
So she basically is walking arm in arm with you around the casino, not letting you gamble at all because she's so busy catching up with you.
Just hands you tokens, you can stay long.
Yeah.
Oh, none of the guards even give him a second look.
No, okay.
He's with Leary, so everyone just lets him through.
He may as well be working here.
Yeah.
And basically, if she said anything bad about him, he'd be out the door so fast that you wouldn't even notice, but she seems to like him. And from what you gather, that's a rarity.
Gotcha.
And from the looks of all the guards, they treat the girl next door as their baby sister. So while baby sister likes you, you're free to roam. When baby sister doesn't like you, you have a leg broken.
Yep, by each guard.
You should get this girl a ring, Parry.
Where was the one that I did the very slanderous orc slur to before?
That's the one who's walking around with Parry.
Same one.
Oh, she's the one. Okay, great. No.
And you sort of realize that she had whispered into the ear of the guard who's watching over you and making sure that you win more rounds than you lose.
Okay, right. Yep.
I knew what you said.
You don't know.
I do.
You do know
I
what this?
do.
This is when?
Since the beginning, I've always known it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He just tries not to speak it because he has this strange accent that makes it sound like he's kicking himself up the butt.
Right. Oh yeah, you do have a photo. Never mind. He found a photo of his character sheet, by the way.
We ever
so-
speak in common?
It's a little behind, but I can...
Still speak Orcish.
Because we don't actually all have a different common language. If we all knew a different language and it was the same language, we would use it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So you all know the bastardized language that everyone knows?
Yeah.
That they call Haldane, but everyone just calls Common now because no one really refers to it as its roots. But it has pretty much bastardized every language out there.
Like English. It's not so much a language as a collection of loose verbs and adjectives.
Yes, it's also called the trade language and the human language.
Yep.
And then humans decided to make other languages because they didn't want to share the same language, because that language wasn't right.
So should we hit different tables so as we don't arouse suspicion? Like different
Sounds
team-ups?
good.
Just like you two and
Yep.
us two for the next one?
Okay, so we've got people hitting tables. We've got Parry being escorted around. Could Parry please give me a perception
I think
roll?
we've done quite well.
We have.
Perception?
Do
Yeah.
we want to be seen together all the time? There's like 3 more levels apparently.
Is there a downside?
Well, there are technically 9 levels. Because it's hell.
Is there a downside?
People
Parry
get suspicious.
got a 17.
No, I'm not.
Okay, besides your overly cheerful neighbour who sort of treats you like the best friend, but nothing really more, is happily chatting to you about all the things you've missed since you've been here.
Ooh, fun.
So you're getting caught up in the gossip of who's done what, literally.
Nah.
I think the further we get can further our chances of being employed.
Okay, so as Parry's getting the historical tour of the gaming hall.
We expect to be briefed later, Parry.
Sure.
Hope you're taking notes.
Yeah, man.
And he can tell you about all the sexual conquests of his neighbours.
Yeah. He doesn't have a free hand to take notes.
Yes.
I hope you're touching it properly.
Well, if he's not, he'll be saying "ow" in a moment.
Devil's mark, devil's mark.
Okay, so and we've got you two doing going and gambling. What about what is Doomsday doing?
I will have earned enough to go up, so I'll go up.
Okay, so you're getting an escort everywhere you go by one of the guards.
Hey, is there an arm wrestling competition?
And I'll probably be happily chatting away to him in Orcish and maybe catching him up on goings on in the world.
You do find that he does come from the same region as you, and he left there about 2 years ago. Oh,
Yeah, right.
disagreement with the chieftain over the holy quest he'd been assigned. He chose not to go through the initiation process, which you did. You went through the initiation process, he didn't. Because he punched the shaman in the face with the holy relic that he was supposed to be honoured by.
Okay.
Having punched said shaman in the face with holy relic, he was then banished by the tribe.
These things
Right.
happen.
At least it's a distinct no.
At least not cursed by a freaking Sandpoint devil. Who's got the better deal here?
I can punch the shaman or Sandpoint devil.
The Sandpoint devil was mentioned. And he said, hell no, smash.
We probably got onto this topic because I'm like, oh, so my chieftain gave the Sandpoint devil the hunt.
He said you too, he's been trying to give that to everyone. You're the first person who's accepted.
Last 7 years.
Apparently
Somebody's gonna do it.
apparently he's been trying to move the curse from him to someone else.
Oh.
And you're the first rube who accepted.
Challenge accepted. Why not? Let's see how well it goes.
So this is how your tribe controls its numbers.
Yeah, I think it's also how the chief decides to get rid of people he doesn't like. Yeah, you have to accept the Sandpoint devil or never come back. Well.
Never come back again.
I think it's time for their initiation.
I basically literally I'll show him one day. I will come back. I will earn my spot in our home, basically.
You'll be better and stronger than ever.
Pretty much.
What doesn't kill you will make you beat them up.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay, so yes, you do find that there are a couple of tests of strength.
Nice.
I'm just imagining
Yep.
the Sandpoint devil out the corner of their eye, like gambling in the corner going,
Yeah. Sandpoint Devil's over there with devils playing poker.
Where you see that there's a little gnome doing arm wrestling competition with people.
A little known doing arm wrestling competition.
Yeah, she looks to be around the age of about 16, 17. Very petite.
But I know
And
gnomes don't show their age properly, is that right?
they stop aging when they experience new things. And you witness her snapping someone's arm in two as she does the arm wrestling with someone.
Is it Margaret?
Ooh.
Just check.
Ooh.
She's got +3 strength. She's quite tanky.
She does not look tanky at all, but snap.
Yep.
Snap.
As she scoops the winnings into her pot.
Okay.
Snap her arm.
Let's do it. Why not?
She looks you up and down and says, how much do you want to bet? Because this is an unofficial gambling thing, and I've so far made a killing. As you can see, I'm just a petite little gnome. Of course, I can't be too strong, she says, looking at the person screaming in pain next to her.
Yeah, I probably don't believe that.
I'd like to roll insight.
She's not even trying to bluff. She's basically saying, I'm just a little gnome, how bad could it be?
Very hard.
Snap.
Crack.
Right, sorry, I was trying to find my pen.
She says, I hadn't even gotten angry yet.
Yeah, I haven't gotten angry yet. So we kept our silver teeth going up, right?
You did, yes.
Yeah, okay. I'll put 15 in.
Nice.
So, how much are you willing to put in, she said?
15.
15, yes. Okay, I will match your 15 plus I'll pay whatever the house wants if you lose. Well, she likes to be optimistic to people. So she says, just give me a moment to get into character, she says, as she stretches and you can see her muscles start to bulge.
Yeah.
As she sort of grips the table and you see the table start to splinter where she grips it.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
ooh, somebody does their wee picks.
The guard next to you just steps back and goes, okay. You know, he seems to know her quite well. I'm just going to look over here for a little bit, he says, as he leads the dog away. You don't want to see, he says to the dog.
Okay.
So this,
Can I accidentally spill a drink or something nearby to give a distraction, or
You can.
or make the gnome waste the rage? Well, yeah. Fidget. When Fidget was raging, like we noticed that it only lasted like a minute. So it's like maybe we could just like get it. Oh, popped up! I can only hold my pop.
let's do it now.
Trying to do something like that.
What, didn't do it on the other person.
Hey?
Didn't do it on the other person.
But yeah, they're just trying to do something to give Doozer either an aid or advantage to help out.
Yeah. So you were also casing another game at the time.
It's up to you whether I can. So
give me a perception roll to see if you notice.
Just suddenly throw this drink somewhere.
yeah, across the room. Crack. 15.
Yeah, you do notice Doozer sitting down next to this orc, this
Little gnome.
little gnome.
It's
And you
starting
can see the muscles go pink. And the table's sitting in it, you see the table warp under her hand.
Like if there's a way to do it discreetly, I'd like to try. If it can't be done discreetly, then it's not worth breaking cover.
Yeah.
You look up. Not really. Even the guard who was standing behind her walked away. Leading the puppy so the puppy doesn't watch. Okay, so give me a strength check.
Athletics normally?
Is it
Athletics check.
athletics?
Athletics check.
Ooh, that's potentially good.
Don't worry, you can look at the screen anytime you want to cry.
Sorry?
Ouch. How many rerolls have we got?
One.
Only one.
Yep. Only one person showed up before 6:30.
And don't we get rerolls for summary stat blocks anymore?
We don't. Have we got the second level ones put in yet?
No, I'm still working on those at the moment.
I did mine for second level.
Oh, they have to be put up onto the
I
site.
also have to rework some of them because some of the formats are different. Because they have to be the same format that's required by mine.
I put Stefan in charge of putting them onto the site.
Okay.
It makes it a lot easier on me. Yeah, sure.
23?
23. Okay, so you do not critically fail as she slams your hand into the tabletop, making the whole table jump.
Yep. Alright.
Your arm hurts a lot. Your pride is hurt very badly. And you go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I presume I saw her bulking up and kind of was like, oh, shit.
You did, and it seems she pulled out all stops to make sure she actually won.
Okay.
And she grins at you and says, "Nice doing business with you. I see you still got your arm in one piece. You're obviously a decent player. Want to try again? Double or nothing?"
Ooh. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Let's do it.
Okay, so she drops the rage because she's had enough time talking to you.
Yep.
She doesn't quite get the extra bonus.
Good luck.
So that's 30, isn't it?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Oh, I might want to use the reroll on that die.
You wish me to use the reroll on that dice?
If people don't mind.
Okay.
Probably worthwhile.
So your arm doesn't get snapped by the gnome as I reroll.
Yeah.
Maybe.
oh, for fuck's sake!
You're fucking full of shit. You are so full of shit.
I'm not even watching while I'm doing it.
I know, you're still full of shit.
Oh, ow.
So there's the snapping sound.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, the gnome doing it to
It
the other
doesn't
person
matter
was
what I
not
roll,
a
is
fluke.
it?
That's hilarious.
Wrong.
And the thing is, she wasn't even angry this time. She was actually trying to play it nicely. Snap! I'm so sorry!
No, you're not.
You can see her sort of chuckle a little bit and going, well, I suppose I should thank you for the winnings, and she puts it into a pot. Don't worry, I'll paint the house for this one. I can get the bouncers to get you a drink if you like.
Yeah, I probably need one at this point.
And don't worry, I'm sure we've got some house medic who'll be able to set that properly for you. I'm sure it will heal in about a day or so.
Yeah.
At least enough so it won't actually flop about all over the place.
Oh. At least I know I didn't critically fail the actual roll. There's just no hope in hell after
There's no hope in
rolling a
hell.
20.
You did everything you possibly could.
Yeah.
After I'm done with my game, I'll go ahead and try and give...
Well, you see that there's this, one of the bouncers helps her over to the bar and puts the arm safely on the bar. And you got Puppy sitting up there going,
Ooh, that looks wrong.
yeah, I think maybe
That
I'll
looks
change that
good.
afterwards.
and you can sort of see there's no one sitting near the gnome anymore.
It's like, no, we're done. Nope.
Yes, next round, she says. People...
As people like look away.
I got nothing.
Okay, so as the two of you are now, Willie and Zed are getting ready to fleece the next level of people. Some of them, you can sort of see people are wincing at the sound of the cracking bones.
Yeah.
Ooh, I was one of them.
Yeah.
So I got to see. It's like, oh, I saw, oh.
And then you almost hear like the spinning hill music coming from stage.
Because I'm learning to ignore it.
So, does that happen often?
Yes, fairly often. About nearly everyone who challenges the gnome breaks an arm.
You think they've learned?
No,
After a little bit of time.
little girl.
Yeah.
Man pride. She just laughs at that.
Silly.
I lost
I tried to catch
all of that, didn't
your
I?
eye.
Yes, you did lose your stake at that one.
And I call out as loudly as I can, play the greatest song in the world!
Humorous.
Yeah.
She goes, I think we're being challenged.
Very humorous.
Just, let's play the most annoying song in the world for that person.
Just yells back, this is just a tribute.
She rolls intentionally badly, apparently. as she's playing the most discordant song she can.
It's only an 18.
You're a bit better than she is this time. But you are following her tune.
Yep.
So, you have the equivalent of nails down chalkboards as you play.
Nails down the strings.
No.
+8 bass, +1 for using strings, +1 for being on a stage.
Right. Cool. He's a bard. That's what he
Yeah,
does.
no, it was the extra bonuses I didn't know. That's awesome.
Okay, so yes, you two of you are set up to play with the most annoying music possible in the background.
Sure.
She rolled that badly.
Tapping my foot.
Yeah, you're rocking it.
Getting into it.
It doesn't keep a beat at all. You keep a better beat than they do. And every time, and she seems to be matching. Every time you seem to catch up, she changes. She's eyeing you particularly as she's doing this.
You tell me the stake.
I'm thinking. Oops. I'm thinking that.
Stefan, could you grab me
About half.
Do you want to
I've got about 30 gold.
So-
30 silver.
So half is the 30?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Did you want to...
what's-
food
I've,
bar as
I've
well?
got
Music
70,
bar?
so I knew I had slightly more, so it was
Yeah.
like whatever
Yep.
you're dealing with.
So,
So you're
I'm
putting
supporting
30
you?
in? No, I was supporting you. That's why it was
So you're doing the
you
roll?
pulling the stake.
oh, okay.
There are a couple of really fancy-looking people in comparison to the usual ones sitting at your table. They actually have closed that match.
Well, they're a lot fancier than me then.
Wait,
As I said,
close to match each other, or...?
no, that match
Yeah.
themselves.
Right.
So that the pants actually match the top.
Right.
I don't have
They're as dirty as anything, but they still match.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Well, you don't have the pants.
No, I don't have the matching. I've got the pants, just not the matching.
Go for it. I believe in you.
What's that? A 16 and an 11. So
Nice.
24.
24. Okay, you managed to. So how much you put in?
38, so 60.
So you get back about 65 on that one.
On top of, or just manage to get slightly more to break even?
Well, you get so if you put in 30 each.
Yeah, so
Okay,
60 in
so
total.
60 in total. Then you get back 140.
Nice. Nice.
Do I get my Erebus badge, or do I have to buy that bad boy?
You have to buy that one to continue on. So basically, the first one out free with wins, and the next one was you had to buy it.
And the price was 30
33 gold.
3
Three
gold.
gold,
Or
so
30 of the
37.
silver pieces.
Yeah.
So I'll do mine, like staking on 40. So 40 from me, 40 from you.
Well, how much have you got?
That's it.
40.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Done.
Okay, so you go in. This is for you. That's the 2 hour mark. So that's the last of those rounds.
It's 7 and 8 is 15. Lucky.
You walk out with your stake.
Yep. Okay.
So does that mean you end up with
80.
80? Yeah.
Which is still fair. It was actually lucky though. That was it was almost for a second I thought it was a double 1, but it was a 1 and a 7. I was like, oh.
Well, a double 1 would have been the only time you lose everything.
Yeah, but it was just like that's almost what it was. That's the lowest that purple one's rolled. It's a 7.
So Kroll, you were also getting one chance to do something before you went and set someone's arm. Did you want to spend the hour working or going off and setting their arm first?
Wait, so leaving their arm for an hour?
Mm.
I'd rather go
Would-
and heal them.
Would
Or did it?
would
Sorry, did I
it
have
be
time
better
for an
to
hour
not
before
lose
the arm
cover by
happened?
getting it
or-
done by one of the things?
You could have had about an hour to go before the arm happened.
Oh, okay. Then I would like to try and do a thing at a table, please.
And Emmy was asking about the armor medics.
What was that, M?
Oh, I was asking, I presume you were talking about Kroll healing my arm.
Yes.
So, I was asking whether it would be better not to blow our cover, getting one of the medics here to do it. or would you coming over to be like, hey buddy, I'll heal you, for, a few tips.
I wasn't going to use
not
magic, I was just
cover.
going to use medicine.
Here, let me pull out my doctor's bag.
Well, yeah, dog.
Here's one I prepared earlier because I knew what I was coming into in Riddleport.
Hey, he can pay his way through Riddleport by pulling out that doctor bag every time someone says, I need a doctor.
I was also
Help me,
asking
I
whether,
need a doctor.
would it
Step.
go Kroll's cover to come heal me, or would it be better getting one of the medics within the casino?
Well, it might establish him as someone who can heal in the middle of stress. Especially with that music playing.
Oh, okay, no, that's fair. I just thought I'd ask. Yeah, I'm more than happy for Kroll to come over.
This
and help
music
because
counts
he's
as
kind of
duress.
face.
Well, it's unusual and cruel punishment for the dog. He has to listen to
This
it.
song, duress.
So Pete, you've got... Oh no, you've got 130 or something.
No. Puppy's trying to resist as much as he can, just sort of like howl along. So actually, he'll probably fail a few times at that. So you'll just get the occasional like dog like.
Okay, so what skill were you going to do, Kroll?
Well, I don't have that many suit the tables, so I'll try diplomacy again.
Okay, you sit at another table where it's about, seeing who
there's no
can guess what
dice
they need
there.
to about the other person.
It's just me and my one dice.
How good you can talk your way through.
We believe in you.
How much you put in?
15.
15, okay.
That's 12.
12. You put in 15 and you walk away with only 10.
No,
You lost some of your stake on that one.
that happens.
They were just a little too good for you as you make your way over to Duzar to set his arm. You see Puppy almost dragging you over as you start heading over.
Yep, that's fair. Like, settle down, puppy. Settle down. I'm getting this now. Medicine. I'm gonna try the.
And you can see a pile of drinks on the bench next to Duzar, helping Duzar wait for someone to actually be able to heal. Apparently the other medics in town are busily playing.
Medic! Can't talk.
Or drunk.
Can't heal, gambling.
Is there a way, question of, it would be better for him to stay on stage, or
Well, you seem
gamble his way through?
you seem to be getting the attention of the other musician. So she seems to like you.
Cool.
As you seem to be getting a rapport with her as you're playing away.
Yeah, cool. We just keep hamming it up and being bad at what he does, I guess.
Alright, so I can't do that one then. So that's a 26 to
Medicine.
medicine.
Okay, so you managed to set and splint the arm. Only 1 or 2 screams.
What is a critical success? Again, is it 10 over the DC?
10 over the DC.
So if the check was 15,
25 would be the DC. What did you roll? 26?
20... Yeah, 26.
Okay, so you think you've got it set perfectly so it's not even going to hurt in cold weather.
Cool. Okay.
Nice.
I guess there's no point rolling the...
Though you could actually set it so it does hurt in cold weather if you really wish to with
No.
that roll. The temperature is changing. Oh look, Deuces dropped his something again. Okay,
I
so...
take pride in making sure that you walk off with no scars,
Yes.
because
Yep.
part of me, it's my medical profession, the other part of me, it makes me laugh that you hate the fact that I don't leave scars.
So you're not even going to feel that break come winter?
Yeah, compound fracture, no scars.
Yeah, but at least I could have. At least I have a cool tail to tell though.
Yes.
What, my medic won't stop healing me properly?
Gnome broke my arm. Gnome fixed it.
Not half
No,
wrong.
gnome broke my arm. Another gnome fixed it, and he keeps not leaving me scars.
Keep telling him to rub dirt.
Yeah, and the rest of the orcs are like, sure they did.
yeah.
Yeah, scars or it didn't happen, kid.
I try. So
Okay,
bad.
so the bartender gives you a pint on the house.
Thank you.
You can your eyes just start watering as it slides towards you.
It's
a bit of it spills out and cleans the bench.
It's the lantern festival all over again.
Yeah.
Dude, so this will help the healing process.
Pour it on the wound. Nothing will get infected.
Yeah, no, and that'll kill any bug. Cool. Alright.
Yeah, I'll just hand it to dudes a pat them on the back and say, you'll be good for now, and I'll...
Bouncer gives you a big pat on the back, which sort of sends you halfway across the room. That's a good one, little one.
Am I rolling something?
You find yourself back at the gambling table before you even knew you were walking there.
Okay, fair enough.
But here's the table. That was half the room moved across almost.
That's one way to get back.
Well, he is big and strong and you are small and tiny.
Yeah, this is fair.
And he wasn't trying to hurt you.
No, that's fair. I just want my air miles.
Yes, it was a message for the table.
So is it next level or?
And
is it
you get a chance to go up to the next level if you want to. Some people are going early to sit down at the table, stretch their legs out, and just look down at the lesser people.
What's more along? Is there an opportunity to fleece more, or is it more prudent to move up?
Can I ask if they're...
I'm all about the fleecing.
Yeah.
There are less people to fleece, so you think there's only about 20 people left in there at the moment? So you think you only get 1 or 2 rounds before you can move up to the next level in each level. So you managed to get through 2 rounds and fleece a whole lot of people.
Well, yeah, you did 1, I did 1, so that's our 2 rounds. Okay. We're just trying to play it like a little bit clever,
Yeah.
but not
too stupid.
not to the death.
Okay.
So it costs us 30 silver to get the Erebus badge.
Yep.
Okay. That leaves me with 50.
Okay, cool.
And they tell you that to move up to the round after this one will cost you 10 gold eyes. Sorry, 5 gold eyes to move up to the next round.
Alright. So we started in Avernus, then we moved to the next one, which was
Erebus.
And Firstafon is the next one. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing it badly, but it is written in script.
Yep.
So I'm assisting you first off.
Yeah, sure.
So you have the chance of participating or sitting out at that point.
Of the higher rounds.
Do you have 30 silver?
Yes.
You can put it in and lose the 30 silver.
This will happen in Quest wants to go down to the bar and take a pratfall next to Kroll and drop the pouch.
A what?
Pratfall. Slapstick.
Oh!
So he's going to find something to trip over, and
There's a puppy!
as he picks himself up, there's suddenly a pouch by your feet.
Oh,
Give me a thievery roll.
That's Dex, right?
Yeah. Do you don't have thievery at all?
That's natural 20, though. I do not have thievery at all.
Okay, so 20 plus...
Dex is 22.
So 22 upgraded. Okay, so you find a pouch in your pocket.
And somebody else's. Okay. Okay.
And then he goes to the bar, buys a couple of drinks, and takes it back up to the elf and continues playing.
I will examine said pouch. This isn't mine.
It's got a whole bunch of teeth in it.
I guess I can't complain.
I should have 39 in it.
Okay.
You've now got enough teeth to go up.
Yep.
You are well teethed.
Alright, so that puts me at 49 then.
Cool. So,
Okay.
I'll stake for 50.
Okay, you put in some more, and you take for a 50. Give me a roll. You get advantage with the help of Willie, who's also put in 50.
That's 17 plus 8 is 25.
25. Okay, so you put in
50 plus 50
100.
is 100.
You walk out with about 240.
Swanky.
Nice.
Or 24 gold eyes. Because I basically dropped the silver at this point.
Yeah, sure. Alright, so it's 240 equals 24 GP, effectively.
Mm-hmm. And you seem to be the crowd favourites as people are watching what you're doing. And some people wish, are they together?
Well,
it wasn't
I keep glaring at like when and I'm like.
but also it's like I'm quite happy to easily say won't be happy till I've got all of it. He's knocked me out first round. Because anyone who's paying attention, you did clean me out first round. I had to go buy myself back in.
Do they have a bathroom here?
Well, they do have a bathroom.
Okay.
They have bathrooms for males, for females, and for questionable.
Questionable. I like that.
And the questionable one that they don't recommend going in unless you know what you're doing.
Q is definitely a different scenario of LGBTQ.
So someone... Oh, they've jumped out.
I think we have a poor network connection. Are they back? I think they're back.
Yeah, they did say there's a thunderstorm where they were.
Yeah, we just dropped out for a sec.
That's okay. I believe lightning and thunder got in for some interference. Okay, so yes, they do have the males, the females, and the if you need to ask, you shouldn't use it.
I would like to go to the bathroom before my next game.
Okay.
I'm curious to see who goes through the queue.
The mind flares.
His beholder just hovers out. I would not go in there.
You walk in there. There are a couple of 4 really muscly guys standing around one cubicle. Door's currently shut. They're out the front. They're looking at you and move along here.
4 muscly guys staying outside one cubicle.
Mm-hmm.
So something is happening to someone inside the cubicle. They're telling you to move along.
I'll move along. I'm not going to say anything. It's just like, okay. I'll go to the furthest cubicle possible.
Mm-hmm.
And then close the door behind me. Assuming they have doors.
They do.
Yay!
Classy casino.
I know, this has doors.
Yeah.
It's basically this thing you just slide across.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
But it is all intents and purposes a door. It breaks line of sight.
Privacy.
Excellent.
Come on, this is classy.
I'm going to then in Elvish cast guidance on myself.
Okay. Give me a perception roll.
20 non-natural.
Okay, so while you're casting guidance on yourself, you hear someone else casting a spell.
Okay, do I recognize the language?
It was had a Chelish accent.
Chelish accent.
Mm-hmm. But you didn't pick up the spell because you're in the middle of casting spell and you were down the far end of the cubicle from him.
That's fair.
You think it was the guy in that robed off cubicle.
Yeah, well I didn't want other people hearing me cast the spell either, so...
So he probably heard you casting something but not any idea what you're casting because you're both casting at the same time.
It's probably we both step out and go...
Yeah, you both step out and like...
Alright, I will
You
then...
hear the sound of a curtain opening.
Sure, I'm gonna finish actually going to the bathroom.
Okay.
And then,
So you're using guidance to go to the bathroom? Sure. Will I get it into the bowl? Oh god, critical failure. Oh well.
Is this the golden ship?
oh dear. And then I'll head out. To the
Okay.
next game.
So,
And I need to take you for the next one too.
as you as the rest of them sit down at the table, you hear the 2 bards playing on stage. This time they have a funeral march going.
Oh, that's right.
Natural 1. You got a 2.
It's okay, I'm taking her lead.
How many strings did you break?
They are doing the battle of the funeral marches against each other. They're not playing together, they're playing against each other.
Dun 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 dun.
And you thought the other music they played was bad. this basically made every other piece they played a masterpiece tonight.
Glad I've already had my round.
There's not one person in this room who can actually stay in their seat through the music.
Can we order some like cotton wool? So like.
Well, you do notice that some of the succubi are sort of moving their ears just back a little bit.
If there was a way to plug their horns into their ears, that's what they'd be doing. Yeah, I'm literally trying to find a way to wrap a bandana around my head.
It's like, puppy, I need your fur.
I probably don't see that. Too busy focusing on this.
And you see him popping on the ground, twitching in pain.
Yep.
It's that
I'm
bad.
sorry, pup. Does this...
And above you, there's this hiss coming from above you. You turn around and look. There's this black cat staring down at you with death stare. He's the size of a Great Dane.
Look at that thing again.
Is that yours?
Remember from Willie?
Yeah.
No. It's the Wobberjack quest.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. You weren't there for that one.
No.
And you hear this really booming voice in your head. Be quiet!
He's the yellow eyes of this Great Dane-sized black cat.
Quest steps in so that the elf is...
They don't even want to go in.
and doesn't play any quiet.
And then she sort of looks up at it and says, "Ah, talking cat." And then he just goes back to playing annoying music.
Good, just me. Still not high. Not still high.
She just twitch every now and then as you think she's hearing that thing yelling in her ear.
So yeah, I'll just keep following your lead.
I wanted to make a perception roll to see where the other person is going.
Okay, give me a perception roll of disadvantage. As someone's playing such a discordant note, your eyes are sort of going out of focus every now and then.
Fair. Yeah, that's fair.
He's got the perfect note to make people just flinch. What'd you get? Natural 1?
Yeah.
One disadvantage, one on the
One plus... Yeah, it's a natural one anyway.
Okay, so you think you know exactly where he's going and you walk right into a wall. As you people sort of look around at you, you got this red mark right down the face, and standing right next to that, leans out, is this gnome you've seen playing arm wrestling with people and saying, "Do you need a hand? Have you come to join me in arm wrestling?"
No.
Sure, look here. She guides you to the seat and puts you down. Look, you just have to sit here, and then put your arm out.
This gnome is a sicko.
It's pronounced psycho.
Psycho.
But you're right.
Did you just get trapped by the gnome?
And see, look, you just put your... She helps you, guide your winnings onto the table. Just put that there. Put your arm here.
I'll just master myself in Elvish. At least I know how to set this properly.
Shit.
I don't have much of a choice.
Can Juza help? Any moral support? You've
Uh,
got this buddy.
well, you can. You provide morals. You raise a drink to him in salute to the good arm I have left.
Yeah.
I hope you don't break your primary arm.
Gnome versus gnome. The showdown.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's making you do an athletics check.
Athletics, okay. Well, at least I still have my guidance. At disadvantage.
Why are you at disadvantage for this?
The discordant music is really bad.
Is she at disadvantage?
I hope so.
It'll give her disadvantage.
What is it, athletics?
Yep.
That's 11.
Okay. Your hand goes smack on the table. Oof. And then she grabs you by the arm and yanks you over the table.
Okay.
Gives you one of the loudest kisses you've ever had. And then walks off, leaving her staying behind. It was good for her too.
You're welcome.
And your arm sort of feels partly out of its socket at this stage.
Ow.
She didn't really do it neatly.
I'm gonna take my stuff
Do
back, go to the bar and set
over
it.
a drink for Kroll. in solidarity.
And you can see she goes over and sits at the bar. Apparently she's also one of the bouncers.
I can believe that.
Doubles money.
She's not allowed to win the tournament. Okay. Fair enough.
I verify I am not an employee of the Gold Goblin.
So that was how much?
Wait, what was the money you had?
Oh, I got it all back. Okay. Yeah.
So you ended up with what you put in plus another 100 silver.
Oh wow. Okay.
Swanky.
Jesus.
So she'd gotten that from other people.
She got it off
She
Dooza.
didn't have any
Yeah,
items.
she got
did
she got 30 of that off me.
She didn't need it. She kept giving those out.
Yeah, I'll go to the bar and put my shoulder back in place.
It doesn't take much. It's just wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Yeah.
Think.
And Dooza buys you a drink.
So now you got this sizzling drink next to you on the table, on the bench top.
Where's the bouncer who just gave me the kiss?
She just she salutes from down the bar. With
I'll
a big
pick up
smile.
the drink and give her a drink and say, "This is for a good match. Thank you," and head back to Dooza.
She just eyes you, lifts up the mug that's too big for her, just downs it in one thing and puts it down. It just winks at you.
That's impressive.
Goddamn fortitude saves.
Yeah.
Man, barbarians.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carl's avoiding drinking in this place for a good reason.
Come on, you can drink anyone under the table.
He can, but...
So about 5 minutes later you see she has to head off to the little gnome's room.
Fair enough. That's a separate one, half the size, right?
You need to play your round, Joel?
Yeah.
Okay, so you sit down and get ready to play. You put all your stakes on the table. How much you putting in?
5 gold.
5 gold worth.
Matched.
As you put it down and get ready to play, fireworks go off throughout the end.
Put my hand on my coins.
Mm-hmm. As we're going to stop tonight. As you're sitting there ready to play, you will hear a loud Chilaxian voice say, "Alright folks, drop to the ground and don't try anything stupid and we might let you live." As everyone gets to make a saving throw next session to see if they're blinded or not.
Ooh, okay.
I don't think we've got a choice, do we?
So that's next session.
We're going to do stupid
My
things. 'cause
plan
that's
of
what we
robbing the
roll.
casino is working.
We might let you live. That sounds like I'm not going to get out of here alive.
Yeah.
Sounds like one of us isn't getting out of here alive.
On the bright side, they have disadvantage. If you keep playing.
Yeah, on the bright side, everyone has disadvantage. Wait. That was really fun.
Trying to cast this blinding spell, but the guy won't stop playing.
And poor Dooza can't use one of his arms. He's been disarmed by a gnome.
Which saving throw? Is it a fortitude or reflex?
I will have it for next session, so you don't have to worry about rolling today.
Oh, okay, no, I was just curious which saving throw it was.
It will most likely be Fortitude save.
Okay. I'm just making a note of it in my journal.
This is to save from being blinded.
Yeah.
How's everyone been? Exhausted.
Before we answer too much, I will put this on end credits, and then we can talk easier.